Welcome to the Balls Not Court podcast. Cortez Paul's here. Got Kevin Carter to my right-hand side as usual.
All right. And now you actually have somebody on your left.
I do have somebody on my left. I got Mr. Chris from Cutz here. He is nice allowed to let us do the podcast in his
Chris,
establishment.
Look, Chris, you can wave, but there ain't nobody going to be able to see you.
Chris, how you doing, man?
I'm chilling, world. Trying to make it. Blessed. Throw me.
Tell me a little bit about your place, man.
Barbershop been open since July 1st. This is my first business. Trying to get myself going. Looking for barbers, looking for braiders, looking for clientele. So come check me out. Dunn's Avenue, corner Dunn's and Lim Turner.
Definitely. And this will be a first. I'm sure many times we will go ahead and podcast here, and we're just like to cross promote one another. And so
nice big place too.
Yeah,
big place.
Big place, and I
want to see this place filled up so we can argue about stuff.
So
because I know everybody wants to argue with me. So
Saturday's the argument.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have our barbershop themes where we just throw out random.
Well, yeah, we're definitely going to come in on a Saturday when we're actually all in town to come in on a Saturday because I know everybody's going to argue with me about stuff.
Right.
Just because I'm the different.
As you know, Kevin is always the very opinionated one. So you'll see him probably be the instigator in a lot of these debates that'll be coming up in the barbershop. So
always.
I expect it to be loud and rush, which is supposed to be at a barbershop.
Always.
Yes. In the environment. When it comes to sports and everything, now you're in the grind of the football season and the NBA is around the corner, then, these arguments start picking up. So this is where a lot of people, when you come get your hair cut, this is where, you talk about sports. This is where you hear the best opinions. So it is it feels right being here at the barbershop and talk about sports. So it's just, right, Kevin? Doesn't it feel great to be just...
Well, you got to think, where I used to get my haircuts at, no one talked about sports. My grandma was a beautician.
Oh, yeah, that was, yeah.
And so she would cut my hair. I never got, and back when I was younger, I had a head full of hair. You couldn't tell it now. Now I just yap it off. I don't want to deal with it. But I had to get it styled and all that stuff. So my grandma being a beautician, we saved that money, let her do it for free. So I was able never to go. The closest I think I got to is when I was in the military. And you go to the military barbershop and people start going off. And in the military, you have all different teams, all different, and people were from everywhere. So you went in there and one person would say something and it would ignite the whole barbershop. It was usually me. It would unite everybody in the chit chat back and forth, and then at the end of the season, I was proven right, and then everything was right in the world. But yeah, it feels good being in a place where you'll be able to talk. Yep,
right.
You talk good sports.
Dang, it's gonna be fun here. So let's get right into it. Folks, we want to apologize. Saturday, I was. The whole weekend I was in Orlando. So
he was indisposed, which means he had too much to drink on Friday night and was not able to wake up at a decent time.
Well, hold on. I did reach out to Mr. Carter and try to get this set up, but he had to take his young one to the fair. So
yeah, we went to the fair.
That's more important.
We went to the fair, ate fried Oreos, turkey leg. Fried Oreos. Oh, dude, if you've never had fried Oreos, you've got to get you some fried Oreos. We used to make them at the house. But the bad part is it's hard finding funnel cake batter because Winn-Dixie is the only store that has it, but they have it very rarely because you got to get the funnel cake batter and you got to dip. I'm going to tell y'all how to make fried Oreos. You get the funnel cake batter, you mix it up. Yeah, you mix it up. You mix it up, and then you just get the Oreos and you dip it in there. You got to coat them real good though. Then you get the oil all heated up and just throw them right in there. Take them right out, pop them down. Get you some powdered sugar. If you want to go have a heart attack, get you some chocolate syrup, and then just pop them in. And the good part about it, everything melts. The cookie starts melting. The cream in the inside starts melting. So good.
You're over there.
Fried. Another good one. Fried Twinkie. The Twinkie Twinkie's ridiculous. The Twinkie will kill you if you ain't careful with it.
Oh man. Well, I guess the old adage saying everything's better fried. Huh?
Everything's better fried.
That's the South saying.
We had a turkey leg. So that's why
when we go to
the fair, the kids go ride the rides, I go to eat. and to win them games at the little basketball game. That's about it.
Definitely. So.
And another thing of advice: if you go to a carnival and you go to want to play the games and stuff, go to the little basketball hoop that has the really small basketball, but a normal size hoop. If you can shoot a lick, you'll be able to make those.
Yes.
Don't go to the funny one with the big gigantic basketball and the rim that looks like it's half cocked because it is half cocked.
They're not bent all the way.
Exactly.
Nice. Well, so that was consists of Kevin weekend. I was in Orlando with family and friends, so that was so we now we're back into the mode and we're gonna start talking.
Now I'm going to Orlando.
As Kevin is going to Orlando this weekend, and I'm staying in Jacksonville.
But
so.
I will Skype him. So we'll actually be podcasting Saturday.
Yes,
we don't know
will.
what time,
Maybe,
but I will Skype him just because.
Maybe Mr. Orr make an appearance. We'll reach out to him. He's probably upset. Well, you don't reach out to me. I'm at the barbershop. So.
Because he's not at the barbershop
Well,
with us, so it would have been a little weird.
Yeah, well, he usually like Skype. You know how John is. But anyway, shout out to you, John. You're somewhere. I'm sure you're somewhere hanging out. But
He ain't doing that.
Enjoying life.
there you go. All right, let's review week.
No, he's in the military. He ain't.
Definitely. All right, let's talk about week 7 here. I mean, the Thursday game initially started off.
Good game.
Yeah,
Excellent game.
Finally, a good game on Thursday night.
Excellent game.
Yep.
New England 27, Jets 25.
Poor Jets. How many games had the Jets won?
1.
Exactly.
But they'll win more with the addition of Percy Harvin. I mean, he can make any defensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying, wreak havoc. So he gotta, if they implement him right, then the Jets will be a new machine, hopefully.
Yeah, but the Jets have the notorious thing of never implementing anyone right.
Yes,
they have the bad thing of never being able, when you have a weapon come in or when you have somebody who's already proven that they can be a weapon, they never incorporate them into their game plan right. For some odd reason. I don't know what it is about the Jets, but they just can't do it. And then I seen what they give up for Percy. I was like, why couldn't the Jaguars have gave that up for Percy?
Jaguars need to give up anything.
But
for something good.
but Percy, there's a lot of issues with Percy, and it goes all the way back to his Florida days.
Yeah, and we can almost say it's self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of stuff he wouldn't go through if he just sit back and think and just do what he needed to do to play football.
And it was inflicted on Baldwin and Golden
yeah.
Tate. He inflicted a lot of self-infliction on them boys.
As Kevin and Chris mentioned, yes, Percy Harvin did get traded to the Jets for a draft pick, which is everybody
6th round draft pick.
That make you kind of scratch your head like, wow, he was that cheap.
Well, Seattle gave up a 1st rounder to get Percy. They gave up a 1st and a 5th rounder to get Percy Harvin from Minnesota.
It's not an even trade, though.
No, not at all. Not at all. But it tells you that something's wrong if they want to get him out of there.
So I guess I want to think here. They trade this guy who helped smash the Broncos in the Super Bowl, and which I'll tell you what, it's kind of weird now. You just trading for a 6th round draft pick, and then you look at you heard about the rumors with the altercation you had with Doug Baldwin, and then Golden Tate, who basically I guess they had pictures of him having a black eye.
Golden Tate?
Yeah, Golden Tate from this.
Hey, Golden Tate had a black eye. Somebody said that he almost picked somebody up and bashed them on their head.
I didn't get the.
He said,
they attacked the Baldwin. I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, they attacked him. He picked him up and almost broke his. He says he almost broke somebody's neck.
Wow.
So
by picking him up. Yes, you're listening to our theme song on your iHeartRadio app now. We was just showing him where the station we was on, so now you're gonna hear us in like stereo because you probably hear us through that.
Right. So.
But yeah, he attacked him, picked him up, body slammed him, and they said he almost broke his neck.
Yeah. So that whole altercation there, and then they say he was pretty much upset with his role, and this is a guy through 6 games, pretty much. Yeah, is having really bad lows right now. I'm trying to pull this up. He had 22 receptions for 113 yards and no touchdowns.
Yeah, so it wasn't like he did much in Seattle, for Seattle, before the trade. Right. Last year, he didn't even play at all.
No.
Until the Super Bowl.
Seriously. So.
And then we seen what he did in the Super Bowl. Well, you definitely know what he did in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I do. So, I mean... What he was looking for a more expanded role, and Pete Carroll said he was trying to make Harvin happy. What kind of role was this guy was trying to look for in Seattle? I mean,
Well, Percy wants the ball, and Percy always wants the ball in his hands, and I think that's sort of kind of where he was getting the issue. He was getting tired of just handing him off on jet sweeps and stuff like that. Guess he was wanting to be more involved in the passing game and everything like that. But when you got a quarterback like Russell, who can just create on his own and everything like that, look, they did it with the same guys they got this last year. Right. Baldwin, Curse, they still got the same guys basically, minus Golden Tate. But Golden Tate's a good receiver, but
short.
But he's short. But the guys they got now, that's the guys they used last year to get to the Super Bowl. So I say as long as Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch are there, they should be fine. Yeah,
because Russell Wilson is, he's the prototypical future quarterback.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. As far as smart, he can run, he can throw, he can stay in the pocket. He know how to read defenses.
He's smart.
He's very smart. You know what I'm saying. But Peyton, to compare him with Peyton Manning together, you really can't compare because Peyton Manning is the old school, typical, prototypical quarterback. He's going to stay in the pocket, he's going to get you the yards you need, and he can kill a defense. You know what I'm saying? Like he killed my Niners. Had me crying.
The way I look at Russell is he's a more athletic Drew Brees.
Yes,
he's a more athletic Drew Brees. Same height, same kind of style, but he's just more athletic. Yeah. He's just fast. When he gets outside. I was at the Jaguar game this weekend, but if you haven't been to the new Jaguar Stadium, now it's not new, they just done a lot of renovation, but it's nice as all get out. But in the two corners, they show the red zone on two of the big TVs in the corners. Yeah. So you're able to watch the other games going on, and I watched the one, it's not nobody going to the bathroom, don't worry about it, somebody's just getting water. But then he took off around the corner, and he was going for 30, 40 yards. And no one in St. Louis could catch him. That's just the kind of type of plays that he does. And everybody's still staying with their man because they're like, well, we don't want to come up because we're going to throw on him. And so Russell, to me, it still pisses me off that we drafted a punter instead of Russell Wilson.
I'm still...
Even though I'm good with Blake. I'm good with
Blake.
Blake.
Is an excellent. I'm good with future at Jacksonville. He's an excellent quarterback. Bradley's a good coach, you know what I'm saying? He just got a young team. And you got to give him time to grow, give him time to mess with his team, give him time to mess with the team. And I think he's going to do great.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely talk about the Jaguars here when we get to – because I liked what I saw, the things that I wanted to see on Sunday. I finally saw.
Finally.
Yeah, you finally saw it.
Finally.
Yeah. So do y'all think this even help the Jets at all win a few more games than what they were projected to win? People were saying that Jets are going to win probably about 4 games this year. Even before that,
they're still on the 4. They're still on the 4. Yeah, they're still on the 4. They're still on the 4 games.
Because you still got Geno Smith.
Exactly.
And the new Michael Vick, which isn't nowhere near the old Michael Vick, which a lot of people want. The old Michael Vick more so than this new guy.
The best part was him coming out going, I didn't even prepare to get into the ball game.
The best line ever in sports history.
I'm
not prepared.
I wasn't prepared. I didn't prepare to go into the game.
So we want the old Michael Vick back and somebody else besides Geno Smith. And the Jets can do great. They got they got 2 good running backs who got the potential to do good, but I don't know if it's the line.
I think Johnson's just Johnson's lost a lot of steps. From what he had before. Chris Ivory, I think could be good, and
but I think they got to just stick with him.
Yeah, you have to stick with one of them and another, and that's the thing. Where you got Indy is able to go back and forth between 2 running backs. They have something that you don't have. They have Andrew Luck. They have something you don't have. They can do that kind of junk. You don't have that luxury of having. You have Geno Smith. You don't have the luxury of having